Hello everyone. Too much thinking, too much planning. I think I just do it. So, welcome to this video and thank you in advance that you spend time to listen and watching what I'm thought, um, what I will explaining and talking in this video. Now, let me walk you through my whiteboard so I can describe and then drawing make it more interesting about what I'm gonna do. I will speaking about 5 things today, so let's walk you through that. Turn down the camera here. All right, everyone. Now I would like to talk about 5 things that I learned today. It gives me a lot of idea, and it's also kind of so much hesitance for myself to sharing this, but I think I had enough. I should be saying and just hit the record button and you know not delay anymore. All right, I would like to talk in 5 things. The first one would be, what is the 3 step? The 3 step that give you the successful, the real success. Like what I call, well, is ultimate achieving. So not just about finance, or not just about your goal, not just about relationship or anything you want in life, but it's just like combine of everything. Well, to me, I experience this and I feel pain. I spent through the process and everything, and then I got my faith, I got my belief. I combined with those kind of ideas and strategies and how to be success and things like that. And to until today, and I realize that that is very powerful. That is the lesson that I should sharing for everyone. Plus, I'm in the first over 10 day that I'm gonna experience my thinking, experience like every question in my life up to now, everything that I gonna be doing and start my life for the next journey. So it's very powerful, and only just the first day and I got this much. I can't wait to see I can get through the end of 10 days. All right. Two more thought. Okay, one more thought is sharing that to you, that after I done like I think 500 videos that I post on YouTube, I have no view. It's just myself reviewing that, and I just did that, grazing, and not just 500 video posting, but a lot of video also I make to help my friend, to sharing among community, among the group that I involve in, and it is first is help to grow myself, my skill, my thinking, everything. The second one is I'm able to help at least someone somehow in somewhat reason. Uh, I'm thinking again, chop this video into small section, but this doesn't matter. Talking to the right topic, and um, I just do a first take and only, regardless of how long does it take. But I will do my best to explain all of my learning, all of the thing that I experienced from 36 years old up to now. 36 years up to now, with the with every lesson, with all of the experience that I've been through. Okay, too much longer to add an introduction. Uh, so I'll just take some note and I send to you. If I forget about that, I'll come back. So that 3 step here is bring you the success, and the truly success, or the ultimate achieving in everything you do. Now, why we have this? Why I sharing it to you? Because I seeing myself failure, and seeing myself losers, and seeing myself, try multiple things. Even I'm trying the top things, and I think that top, and it just go in a circle and circle and never find a way out of this. So until, well, at least today, I found this like the formula or somewhat like, the formula, let's say the formula, like something like step by step to let you into the first objection, like a biggest objection for me is, back to the last 2 or 3 years, I feel, I need to find my passion. I need to find something that I love to do. I've been born for talents, or what is my talent? What is I've been born with the gift, so that I have to contribute. I have to make it. I have to create. I have to design whatever. A lot of code, yeah, a lot of method, a lot of learning and things to find that. But I couldn't able to find it, and up to now, 36 years, I still stuck. And I spoke to my, I speak, I think every moment to God, to the faith, to the belief, that what is mine, I was designed to be and things like that. So how can I be successful? And when I achieve that thing, so what happened? And I sharing that with the priest, with like successful people, and with my colleagues, with my parents, and everybody. And I realized, I am following a model. Nothing wrong with that. But when I following a model, then uh, they have their own mission. And because that their own mission is not my mission, and because I have different mission, that's why the more I try to get close to them or mastery to get to similar to them, the more I see, it's just frustrated because the mission is not. So the way they do that, because they following their mission. So I do that, so absolutely I have to follow their mission. If not, then what happened to my mission? And I feel not fulfillment, right? So 3 steps that I seen that success right now in, and I would try that again, again, and again all the time. That is the first one would be obsess. Obsess about what you want to be. Obsess about something that you related, something that you feel excited about. Let me just form this. My mentor, he didn't think about himself to be this success, to be this famous authority, and and then he start from something like he don't even think about it. He gonna do success about this part later, but he just like come from a curiosity of collecting like advertising, and I say that yes. So he's obsessing. So he finds something that he interests, or at least obsessed about something. Like myself, and I think majority of people now, where we have in financial crisis and lack of money, and we see the money would be the root of every evil and things like that. So like someone wants to buy lottery and something, so they demand that they want to have more money, not just well, maybe they're greedy, maybe they just want a little bit of extra money to help someone else. So they obsess, right? So from the situation they have to do something. So one for one example, when I met my wife, I didn't think that I married her. I just seen, like just like friend and friends, and then see her. She's not kind of so gorgeous and ideal, but she's beautiful in her soul, in her work, in whatever she talk. So I said, wow. And then she challenged her. Right? She challenged if anyone can be her partner or husband or marry her. So it stuck into my mind. And then I just feel a little bit of every day. Oh yes, this could be the girl, could be the partner, the second half that I'm looking for a long time. Then I've been like 3 months, woke up earlier. I'm not the guy who morning routine, but I wake up at 5 o'clock. I make up milk, and then I came to her house every single day, giving her that bottle of milk, and to her mother as well. So I thought like at that time I just seen her like so thin, like kind of less nutrition. So I thought like I'll just give her some milk. So I work my butt off, I work through different jobs, not saving for myself, saving to buy milk because I'm in a poor country at that time. Then I save all the thing I have to buy milk for her, and then that become from the obsessive, then and the obsess make me having a hunger. So that I try use the first step is okay, when you have no passion or anything, obsess around what you related to. Okay? And then when you obsess too much, and then you say, okay, this is something that you're hungry. So the most successful people and entrepreneurs, they are growing bigger and bigger. I'm not talking about like someone just like luckily like having this amount of wealthy, and then the next day they went down. No, there's somebody so success. Like I'm talking about a big name like Warren Buffett, like Bill Gates, things like that. So they have a big drive because they got the hungry. They got the hunger. So the hunger will let them into something like a big drive, so that they can do that no matter what. Henry Ford, for example, he just seen, okay, he needs to design something, that can help people moving, in a better way, the transportation, and that is drive him crazy every single day, working months and years to build up the first car, right? And yes, so that is the first step. So with that hungry, like even Henry Ford, with that hungry, and he been through all the tough time. Even he don't have food to eat, he don't have support from the family. He work down in the garage, and he work like long hours and things like that. What is drive him? Because the hungry, right? The hungry to get into his goal, to hungry to help people, to hungry to build up a transportation, and whatever the hungry you have, define that. So if your hungry is strong enough, that becomes your drive, and your drive will keep you in the long goal to get into your success. So the second thing I wanted to talk about is the second step, right? The second step of it's still the first thing, but the second step to be like ultimate achieving is that the science of achieving. The word science means this is something like formula. It's something that you can do, you can apply. The Rubik, right? If you follow the step, then absolutely you can solve that cubic, and you don't need to have a special skill or talent, math and things like that. Just having a piece of instruction in front of you, and you just follow that. So this is the sign of achieving, or the sign of success. Is that there's two parts. First would be taking massive action, and the second one gonna be like effectively execution. Let me just drive, right? So 3 steps toward the ultimate my bad success, right? So the first step, or step 1, will be obsess. I don't know, the obsess, and then that will build up your hunger, and then that will give you the drive. Talking about the drive a little bit, so someone having a drive by they struggle, that they lost someone, or they have something in their family, so they have to do something for their financial, so that they hungry so much that they need to find money. uh, some downside, like people like cocaine and heroin, thing like that. See that? So when they hungry, right? Or someone hungry with food, they're so hungry and they just like even they kill someone else to having food, to having that kind of drug, to just So that is the drive that you should have. The hungry enough, it's strong enough to drive you to the next step. Call it step number 2, which is the science of achieving. Okay, so that is 2 part. So part 1 is take the massive action. Do you remember the logo, the slogan of Nike? They say, "Just do it," right? And the part 2 would be effectively, or effective execution. Right. So take the massive action. I talk a lot about my book number 1. I will introduce that book later, but right now, the ideas on my book would be, if you can take one action, right, where you are now frustrated with multiple tasks in a day, multiple ideas, multiple courses you need to learn, not multiple things happen around you, and then at the end of the day you have nothing because you didn't take any action. So not even saying about take massive action, but just one action, so that you can make it happen. You can use success on that, and that will lead you to multiple of success, right? Multiple of things. So let's say you want to I want to record a footage drone. So the first one is I have to go into that place, right? And then I have to bring my drone. I have to charge the battery. I need to make the plan to get in there. I need to record the footage, and then I need to make a video, and I need to post the video, and I need to share the video. I need to review and edit and resetting again, and that is like the big process. But with that, the first action is like you drive over, how you come to the beach, and then bring the drone with you, and how can you create the drone footage. So that is my experience. So if I want to train a skill, and I know that I need to call someone, I need to read the books, I need to do this, do that. But without the first one, with it, like just sit down and then talk to someone, then how can I earn the skill, right? So when we having one first action, then it's leading to second action and third action. Because when you have a drive and you do the first one, and you easy to get the second one, because you actually finish or achieve the success on a very little thing. Then it lead you, that give you motivated to complete the second one, the third part, the fourth part, to get the whole process complete. So when you sing, you look back and say, "Oh yes, that's how you take massive action." So the massive action is come from every single action, but without taking massive action, and then like you want to sell in a course, or you want to open a business, and absolutely you have to do multiple things. You need to try every single thing. You want to open a food restaurant, absolutely you need to try how to cook. How to cook, how to manage, how to ingredients, like inventory, how to deliver, how to marketing your store, how to please the customer, how you serve the customer, how you get them come back, multiple things. So that is how you need to take, right? And you do multiple things, right? Taking massive action. But taking massive action is not enough, because everyone do that, because you have to be through that. But without the second part, with this effective executive. So you execute that, and then it's like you try and fail, try and error, try, and you try multiple things where you know it, this is already invented. Why don't you reinvent the wheel? Come back to the basic, right? You heard about that already. So let's just take an example, like me in the design stuff. Um, we have multiple of tools to design a 3D model, multiple software to design 3D model, and then every single day there's a new software coming in. So you want to design 3D model, and I want to design 3D model, and I thinking to making a software. Why don't you use the existing one? And I realized that okay, I don't need to create it, so I just learn from the existing software. So at least 3 big software that I can learn from that. And again, I learn A and I need to learn B to do C. But actually, there's someone like Google SketchUp, for example, is this give me a tool there and I just need myself to sit down on the chair, drawing, and then applying the technique, and then that give me a model, and even the model itself is already someone building that template. Let's say the house, let's say the car, let's say the human, let's say the tree. The objects already been there. I don't need to redraw it. I just need to wrap it and put in my model, and that's it, right? So taking massive action. The tricks in here is that you follow a model, follow someone already done that. That's why the mentors and mentee and the mentorship or mentor-mentee relationship happening, where you follow someone that's already done before you, so you can learn from that. You can skip all of the past kind of failure or action that doesn't work. You don't need to try and errors multiple times, but you go deep, you go straight into the successful. You take the one who the thing that make effectively success or make effectively work, right? So that you follow a model. So here is effective execution. So you execute, you take massive action, but you execute, the thing is work. And the shortcut to do that is to follow a mentor, follow someone already done that. For example, if you want to open or running like photography, agency, instead of you come and try multiple things, you follow one of the success or the very good, like a massive success photographer in the world. You don't need to be like them, but you need to be in your mission. You follow photography for your niche, for the thing that's special in you, your talent. But all other skill that you can learn from him, you don't need to learn from and then trial multiple of way, but you can go dig from the experience of the successful people, the one who've been there. So I spend this a little bit longer, but I hope that you can get the ideas of take the effective execution. Okay. And the third step I was saying about here, right? When you have obsessive, you have hunger, you have drive, and then you do it, and then you take massive action, and then you take the effective execution, you success. Absolutely, right? You come into that step, but then the moment you get into that step, that means the success is a big failure. I didn't feel this one. So let's just reverse a little bit. So let's say you do something and you keep failing, you keep losing, you keep dropping, you feel bad, and then because you have a drive, you still want to do, you approaching different way, like this is effective execution. Is you take different approach, and you try this one, didn't work, you follow this one, didn't work, but you still try, and then you hit the success. You find until you find it. Yes, okay, this work, it clicked for you, it worked. And the moment you have that success, then look like you feel achieving, and you don't want to do anything else. Have you ever been through that? Just take whatever, like a sample of myself, when I want to buy a brand new car for myself, brand new car, the first brand new car. I never done that. I never done that. So I I wish it, and I'm hungry. That's too much. So I'm saving, for years. So until I buy it, and guess what? The moment I buy it, it just lasts the happiness, the like the achieving mindset for 3 days. And now to me it's just a car. To me it's just like something that I'm not seeing this as a big achieving at that time. So yeah, so you see, um, and then almost like someone like buying lottery, for example, right? They won the lottery, they won the first prize, and then after that, you know what they do? They're gonna shut down their job. They don't want to do that job anymore. Just say, oh, you come to the job, it's just like short stress and bullshit, and then earning just a little bit money. Now they have a bit of money. They say, why don't they just enjoy it? And why don't they just spend the money that they earn in lottery? They feel lucky and things like that. I bought a big house, a big cars, and things like that. And then majority of them is losing. So I'm not talking this is kind of jealous to the lottery, but I seen that without the try, and then when you see the luck, when you are having that kind of achieving, then you drop very fast without you having the last step, which is something called the art of fulfillment. The art of fulfillment. Why I bring this? Because this is the ultimate things. I remember in my group they sharing about Tony Robbins talking about 6 human needs, and four of them it's just like a basic need from people. Like they want to be certainty, they want to be famous, they want to be like two people in husband and wife in a family. One of them is want to be authority. They want to okay, I want to make a decision in the house, and everyone in the house have to follow me. So that is want to be significant, something like that. It's just 4 human needs. It's just like normal people, like normal, like an animal have that. But 2 of them is make you fulfillment. That would be grow and contribution. So growing means because when you grow, you have a thirsty, you have a hunger of learning. So the more you learn, that means you grow, and you grow means you getting better. Right? I shared with you the experience when I've been in the elderly group. I'm volunteer to help them. I think they are 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, and they still learn how to play Rubik, learn how to dance, learn how to read, learn how to say a thing. So even they're nearly about end of life, but they're still learning. And that is how they grow, and that's how we feel fulfillment, because we know that we always learn, and even we know it, one day we die, but we're still learning. That means we're growing. And the moment you don't want to learn, you don't want to grow, that means you die. So I can't stand someone saying to me that they don't read a book, they don't learn anything, they just let the day going by. So to me, they go into the dead end. Second thing, a contribution. So without giving, without sharing, then you don't feel anything that you do is meaningful. Let's say you earn $1 million a year. You hit that target. What happened next? You earn another $10 million a year. What happened next? Without knowing that, with that money, what are you gonna do with that? You're gonna help people. You're gonna apply that. You're gonna teach someone else the model that you've been through and help them to fix their life. So with that goal, with that kind of contribution, so that make your success fulfillment. Right? So what I said to you, here's the art, because the art is something that you can't imagine. You can't just apply a formula and understand that. Right? You look at a flower, someone will see this is beautiful. Someone will say, oh, nothing, it's just the hay flower, nothing. But this is the art there, because If you focus, you see the flower, you see the color, see how that make and how the life of the flower. It's just maybe a couple hours. It may be a day, and it's die, and another flower, another flower up and blooming. So this is the art of that. So the art of successful is when you feel fulfillment, right? So I will let you into the second topic that I want to say now is that the here the fulfillment. So what I call is the ultimate success, right? So now you how can I do that? Okay, uh, you start from something that you want, you really want, you're obsessed, and you build up hunger, you build up a drive, you do massive action, and you selective, you take the effective action, you try and you approach different ways to get you in success, and then you have the big, you have the bigger, thinking after you reach that milestone is that you will, do something that you fulfill. You're still growing on that. You still that success, but led you to something more meaningful in life, right? So, so the way that you can, you know, feel the ultimate success would be, like that fulfillment here. But how do you find that? Someone will call it God. Someone will call it luck. So, feeling graceful, feeling grace in that success, in that you can make your success become ultimate achieving. When you finish that, when you actually fulfill what you do, and then that success, that goal is not stop at that, because it's gonna be like unknown thing that you're gonna do later, right? You still keep this, you still success, but for this success, the foundation for you to fulfill the other purpose in your life. And then when you do that, you receive grace, you receive the peaceful, and then you acknowledge. If you acknowledge, if you're aware of that, that means it gives you like a very powerful, grateful and a powerful moment of powerful feeling. I can't explain it. You enjoy it, you know it, right? And that is the ultimate success that we need to achieve. It's not how much you earn, it is how you feel the moment when you earn that much. How much you achieve, it depends. And it is defined, when you achieve, you feel grateful on that. Do you feel fulfillment on that? Okay, so that is, I talk a little bit about, the ultimate success. And let me bring you to the next point that I want to say is about the control things. So about this ultimate success as well, it's like what we can control and what we not control. When we can control everything, right? Now, let's say the ultimate success for you is you find, like a partner. You find your wife second half. You get it. Well, it is important, but because if you select the wrong one, then the whole life will be like struggling. But if you find the right one, you have the ideal life, and what happens next? Are you able to keep their life forever? Maybe either of you, one gonna be die earlier. Your kid, would want to stay with you forever, right? People will get cancers, they pass away, and then what happened, right? So that is something, almost everything. The company you can grow it, success, it can be down. Are you sure that 100% is gonna go, success forever? That's something we can't control. What we can control here would be your thinking, your feeling, your experience, and your focus. Four things: thinking, focus, experience, and feeling. For why? And last control will give you to the question, will lead you to the question is what is the most important thing in your life? What is the most important thing that you want to follow, you chasing? What is the number one question? What is the decision that bring you everything? That is truly meaningful. I found that answer after I'm learning the learning the training today, and that is here. So I'm sharing it to you. I don't want to keep with me, but I share it to you would be the segment here. Decides to be happy no matter what. Right? Decide to be happy no matter what. So when you have that decision, you see in everything you do, if you don't bring that happiness, if you can't find happiness on that, you see, maybe your drive not big enough, and then even your success, and if you don't find this kind of things in the thing that you do, then it's just useless. It's not a big success. It's not an ultimate fulfillment. Okay, and so that's 1, 2, 3, and the third one, or the fourth one, I want to share you about the word the more. So this is a very good kind of thinking process or leading that I found, like the more. So it's kind of summary on whatever I'm saying up to now. So the more you obsess, I don't know, maybe I'm right, but you understand what I mean. The more you success will lead you to the more hungry, right? The more you're hungry, what am I doing? The more you're hungry. So the hungry that give you the more focus. Let's say something that make easy. Okay, the more hungry that you will focus. The more you focus, or let's say the more you will more take more action. So the more you obsess, the more hungry you have, the more focus you have, the more hard work. Let's say the more work that you do, and then the more work that you do, and you feel the more action, right? The more massive action, and you do more massive action, then you feel you find more effective execution, and the more you do execution, and then plus, right? Plus the feeling or the acknowledge of grace, then that will give you a fulfillment, or what I call is ultimate achieving, or ultimate achieve, or ultimate success, the same way. So that is my formula. So me in here, when I got obsessive, I got hungry, but I didn't build up the hungry because that's not strong enough to keep me focused, give me work, or maybe saying here would be the drive. So I need to see myself in terms of the drive to get it done. But maybe you are in this action, so you're nearly there. Just make sure when you take the effective success, when you have the successful, and you add it with the grace, you see the fulfillment, and then how you you're fully success on that. Now, this is the formula that I share to you. Then I will apply that for everything that I'm gonna do next. And if you are really successful and you are in this state, keep applying for the next thing that you do, and that is absolutely guaranteed perfectly, like fully achieving on everything. Now, the last one I want to share to you about how we grow and how you grow and how we success in terms of doing business. It's just this is just some kind of a psychologist, right? So now you grow, right? You grow. It's a simple thing. It's 80% and 20%. 80% by psychology or mindset, and then 20% is mechanic or tactic or strategy. Don't get me wrong, I know this is tactic and strategy. Sometimes one tweet, one change, but give you massive wealthy. You earn $1 million. You just tweeting one thing. But I think like all the business is come from the business owner, the decision maker. If they're not growing, if they don't have the right mindset, regardless of the tactic, even their success, and later on they will drop. They will fail very fast because they don't have this. So I seeing this. I'm working on myself a lot about a successful, about a psychology, about a mindset all the time. I know it, all the skill I can learn, but without having a right mindset, without having a right clarity or certainty on what I want, what I think, what I do in real life, what I want to success, and fully meaning success or fulfillment, then regardless how much I train, how much I having the skill, it's nothing. So that's it. 5 things I share that to you. I hope to bring you some value on this video. I will tune up my YouTube and share to you. If you see me somewhere out there, feel free to connect with me. And it's a very big support from you if you are watching my YouTube video, having something of comments, like, subscribe, whatever. I'm not doing this as advertising, but I'm doing this with the method of I wish I can grow myself, and I wish I can contribute all of my learning thinking. I don't keep it for myself. I want to give it back to you. So the more you feedback, it is an encouragement, the motivation, the inspiration for myself to keep doing what I'm doing, to grow and to give you all the value that I learned. So maybe I'm not aiming to a big thing, but it's just maybe my thinking, my working, my learning, or my sharing, it helps you just a little thing, or maybe just one thing in your life. It is, I complete my mission. Okay, thank you very much again, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.